good? Yes, mic, camera, golden. Today is now day 85 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We had just finished day 84 all but a moment ago. We are knocking out day 85 as we have two oddly busy days back to back, and thus necessitates two short streams as we cross over from one day through midnight into the next. We had just made it through the mid chunk of Introduction to Objects. We're 36% of the way through, and we are going to continue on right from where we left off. We had just made it through Intro, Properties, Accessing Properties Part 2, another way to create, putting it all together, and more practice making objects. And now we are continuing with section 13 out of 33. Hopefully we're able to make it to 19, but we will see how far we can actually get. So, onward. Section 13, Function Review. In this lesson, we are going to focus on methods. Methods are an important part of object-oriented programming. OOP. OOP is an important part of programming, which we'll dive into later. Methods are similar to functions. Prepare for methods. Let's do a quick refresher of functions. Functions are defined using the function keyword, followed by let me jump back to chat. Beautiful. A pair of parentheses with optional parameters inside, to a pair of curly braces with the function's code inside of the curly braces, and a semicolon. And when we call the function, we can put inputs, arguments, for the parameters. For example, the square function on line 2 takes x as its parameter and returns that parameter squared. Let's open the hint to move instructions up. Define the function multiply. It should take two parameters, x and y, and return the product. Then call your function, passing in any two arguments. Use square as your guide to write multiply. This time, you'll have two parameters, and these should be separated by a comma inside the function's parentheses. To call the function, just type the name of the function followed by the argument you want to pass. For example, if we wanted to call square, we would call using square parentheses 2 and in parentheses semicolon. So, accepts a number x as input, returns its square. Variable square is a function. Takes x, returns x times x. Write the function multiply below. It should take two parameters and return the product regarding x and y. So let's do variable multiply equals function x times y we've got our curly braces, and we will return, as they did above. Oh, you know what? Kidding. That was a big fat lie. X, comma, y. We will return x times y. And semicolon. Let's give that a shot. Now, did they want us to pass in stuff, then call your function, passing in any two arguments? So that would be square. So we're going to do multiply. Let's do 2 and 3. Oh, we already had an extra parentheses in there. semicolon, fire away. 6, beautiful, she worked. Okay, section 14. So what's a method? In the last section, we discussed properties. You can think of properties as variables associated with an object. Similarly, a method is just like a function associated with an object. Let's look at Bob, our same person object from the last section. Instead of just having the properties name and age, lines 3 and 4, Bob also has a method called setAge, line 6. As you can probably guess, this method sets Bob's age to whatever argument you give it. Okay, notice how we define setAge kind of like we define a property. The big difference is that we put a function after the equal sign instead of a string or number. We call a method like a function, but we use object.methodName in parentheses. Look at line 10, where we use the method to change Bob's age to 40. We did this by calling bob.setAge40. Okay. We'll open the hint. Try it yourself. Use the method. Use the method setAge to set Bob's age to 20. Alright. Remember to call the function that takes the parameter we included them in parentheses. In this case, we call bob.setAge and put 20 as our new age. Alright, that seems very easy and straightforward. Little kitty, if you're moving to my lap, make the change now. Oh my god, you're stepping on my stomach. Yeah. Okay, good. You're set. Beautiful. Let's do this. No. Leave your claws, little cat. Holy dude, what are you clawing? What are you doing? Jesus. Okay, you're good. You're set. Cats. Can't live with them. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so we're going to do bob.setAge 20. Bob.setAge, parentheses, and colon, 20. Good. Save and submit. Start next lesson. Spectacular. 15 of 19. Why are methods important? Methods serve several important purposes when it comes to objects. They can be used to change object property values. The method setAge on line 4 allows us to update bob.age. They can then be used to make calculations based on object properties. Functions can only use parameters as input, but methods can make calculations with object properties. For example, we can calculate the year Bob was born based on his age with our getYearOfBirth method on line 8. Instructions. Click Save and Submit Code to find out what year Bob was born in. Move on to the next exercise where we learn more about how to make methods. And before we do that, I actually want to look at the last one. They didn't read through the actual code above the bob.setAge that we implemented. Okay, so here's Bob again with his usual properties. Variable Bob, new object, bob.name, Bob Smith, bob.age. This time we've added a method, setAge. So now we have bob.setAge, which is a function called newAge, where bob.age equals newAge. So now we're calling this bob.setAge. Here we set Bob's age to 40. Bob.setAge 40. Bob's feeling old. No. Yes, Bob's feeling old. User method to set Bob's age to 20. Bob.setAge gets thrown in here. Function, which is the new age value, which is the 20. And that updates this. Okay, good to know. That's what was happening. That was the magic behind the scene. So now same thing. Click Save and Submit code to find out what year Bob was born in, and where we will learn more about how to make methods. Okay, so we've got variable.bob or variable Bob, new object, Bob.age 17. Very Benjamin Button. This time we've added a method, setAge. Bob.setAge equals function, new age, Bob.age equals new age. Bob.getYearOfBirth is a function. Doesn't have anything in there. It's empty. Return 2014 minus Bob's age. Console log. Bob.getYearOfBirth is empty. Let's do this. 1997. But the year's 2014. And he's 17. Dude was born in 1997. Fair enough. Yay numbers. Okay, 16 of 19. The this keyword. Our setAge method works great for Bob because it updates Bob.age, but what if we want to use it for other people? It turns out we can make a method work for many objects using a new keyword, this. The keyword this acts as a placeholder and will refer to whichever object called that method. When the method is actually used, okay, I'm going to read that once more. The keyword this acts as a placeholder and will refer to whichever object called that method when the method is actually used. Okay. Let's look at the method setAge line 2 to see how this works. By using the keyword this, setAge will change the age property of any object that calls it. Previously, we had a specific object, Bob, instead of the keyword this, but that limited the use of the method to just Bob. Then when we say bob.setAge equals setAge, line 9, it means whenever we type bob.setAge with empty parentheses, this.age in the setAge method will refer to bob.age. Okay, so it's kind of that trickle through that we saw with the last exercise on 14 and specifically 15. To show this way of making setAge works, just like the one in exercise 2, use Bob's setAge method to change his age to 50. Hint, just like in exercise 2, use Bob.setAge, some new age, to use the method. So that's all we're going to do. Very straightforward. We'll read through it first. Here we define our method using this before we even introduce Bob. Variable, setAge, function, new age, this. Could be anybody, doesn't have to be Bob, could be Susan. Or little kitty for that matter. This.age equals new age. Now we make Bob. Variable Bob, new object, Bob.age, 30. Down here, we just use the method we already made. Bob.setAge equals setAge. Change Bob's age to 50. So now we get to do the same old song and dance, but it still works because of our friendly new tool, the this keyword. So we have Bob.setAge to 50. Use the new method, bob.setAge equals 50. It's minute, green check mark. Spectacular. This works for everyone. Great. Now we can take advantage of the fact that the method setAge is not limited to a single object, Bob. We can reuse the same method for different objects. This allows us to avoid typing out a custom method each time. All because we use the placeholder this. In the editor, we have the same code as last time, where we define setAge using this. We then set bob.setAge equal to setAge, but this time we reuse the setAge method for Susan as well. Make Susan on lines 13 through 11, who should initially have an age of 25, in a Susan.setAge method also equal to setAge. Then use Susan setAge 35 to set Susan's age to 35. Okay, so we're going to create her just like Bob. So variable, they're using dot notation. We can use the constructor method. So we can do that as well for Susan. Susan equals new object, empty parenthesis, Susan dot age equals 25 initially, and Susan dot set age equals set age. Cool. Ending semicolon. Now let's clear out that one extra line. Now we will update Susan's age. Susan dot set age 35. We should open hint. You can use your definition of Bob on 6 through 8 as a guide for Susan, then call Susan setAge someone. Okay, change to block. Okay, how did that turn out? Green check mark. Spectacular. Beautiful. Okay, 18 of 19. Nice. Way cool. Alright, continuing the party. Make your own method. Let's look at a new example and get practice writing methods. Here we have defined an object, rectangle, starting on line 1. It has two properties, height and width, which represent the height and width of the shape. We've written a setHeight method, which will update rectangle's height to the given parameter. This is very similar to setAge from our person example. Note, we have used the keyword this. This is still a placeholder, but in this scenario, this can only ever refer to rectangle because we defined setHeight to be explicitly part of a rectangle by defining its rectangle.setHeight, by defining it as rectangle.setHeight. Okay. Let's open the hint to move the instruction up. Finish the method setWidth. It should take a parameter new setWidth. It will change the property width, the given parameter. Then use two methods, setHeight, setWidth, to change rectangle's height to 6 and width to 8. Hint, use setHeight 5 through 7 as a guide to write setWidth by updating width instead. Then call rectangle setWidth 8, a rectangle setHeight 6 at the end of the update. Update the dimensions. Beautiful. Okay. We've got variable rectangle new object, rectangle.height 3, rectangle.width 4. Here's our method, set to height, rectangle set height equal to a function, new height, this height equals new height. Well, by finishing off this method, we have rectangle set width equal to function new width will be this dot width equals new width and colon, and then from here we can call them with, what should we do first? We'll do rectangle set height first. Set height and then width. Yeah, height to 6, then width 8. That's okay. You know what, we're going to take you. Copy. Rectangle set height. Copy. Rectangle set width. Height is 6. Width is 8. And let's run this. Green check mark. Beautiful. Beautiful. Last section, 19. More kinds of methods. Let's look at another method that calculates useful information about an object. Here we have an object, square, with a side length property to represent the length of the square's side. This time, we have added a new method, calculate perimeter, which computes the perimeter of the square. Notice we make use of the keyword return in the same way we use it in functions. Okay, so return, blah. Instructions, let's open up that. Add another method called calculate area, which returns the area of the square in terms of the side's length. Use the calculate perimeter function as a guide. Hint, the calculate area method will look a lot like calculate perimeter, except it should return this dot side length times this dot side length. All right. There's that. Beautiful, beautiful. So, once we get this all figured out, I think we will conclude today's stream as well for day 85. But first, we got to make it through. So, add another method called calculate area. First, let's look at this. Variable square equals new object. Square dot side length equals 6. Square dot calculate perimeter equals function, which is empty, return this dot side length times 4. That's to figure out the perimeter. Help us define an area method here. We've got variable p, square dot calculate perimeter, and variable a, which is square calculate area. So here we go. Add another method called calculate area. Copy square dot calculate area equals function, empty parentheses, our handy curly braces. We will return this dot, which returns, so add another method called calculate area, which returns the area of square in terms of side length. So it will be return this side length. Let's copy it. Side length times. Now I wonder if they just want it times 2, or actually I guess it wouldn't be side length times 2. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It would be this. It's this area times this side length. No, not Surrey. Here we go, copy. There we go. That should be good. Alright, and let's see if that works. Fire away. Green check mark in the bag. Success. Alright. So that's that. We made it through 13 to 19. Okay, so we will have to continue on 20 to 33 for tomorrow, which will be day, what is it, 86? 86. Hey. Purefino? Purefino. Good time. I think it's expecting a formula. It's a word problem, so the answer is in the question. Ah, yes, and we made it through that tiny nightmare. However, side note, fun fact, the stream is coming to an end, unfortunately. However, there are, 365 minus 85. I don't know, there's like 200 and... There's 200 too many more days of this stream left, so yeah, good times. But we made it through that, so we will see where we concluded day 85. Let's back out. We are currently, the day ends, day 85 ends 75% of the way through JavaScript, and currently 57% of the way through Introduction to Objects 1. We were at 15%, and we made it 36% of the way through, and now we're at 57% of the way through. And we have now 986 points of arbitrary fun accumulated here at Codecademy, with 132 badges in the bag. Good times. Understood. Have a great day. Oh, follow. Thank you. That is awesome. Good times. So yeah, and that's basically it. So that concludes day 85. Good times. All right, we are stopping the stream. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, evening, day, wherever you are. It is very, very late where I am, but good times. Good times. All right, are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.